Okay guys, I'm gonna go retrieve a couple of my Moultrie Mobile cameras here. I'm running the Edge 2 Pros. The batteries have died, so I'm gonna go retrieve them, bring them back home, put new batteries in them, and I'm gonna deploy them to a different spot. These were just kind of recon cameras, not in places that I can hunt, but on the edges of them in unhuntable places. But I like to keep tabs on the deer going through there because they cross over into places that I can hunt. So I'm just walking out now to grab the cameras. I'll bring them back home and I'll run through some features after using these for 3 months that I like the best about them, and some settings that I would recommend everybody put into the app for best usage. So let's go get that camera. Also guys, whenever I'm going to get cameras, I like to act like I'm hunting. Take my time, still hunt my way up, be quiet, try to observe deer. So that's why I'm whispering a little bit. But it's nice wet leaves, very quiet. Maybe we'll sneak up on something. Yeah, there's a deer right there. Couple of does. So what I'm gonna do is not film now and just still hunt my way, because I was filming and I wasn't in hunting mode at that point. So maybe we'll see something else. Here we go, here's the camera. It's set up on a corner of a fence. The deer come around the edge of this. So it was a great spot. It's one of my more active cameras. I still got 2 months of battery life out of it. On a very active camera, was sending me 10 to 15 pictures a day, and I was requesting videos on all of them. So that's really good battery life. I'm gonna take it, bring it back home, and then go get the camera down behind my house. These cameras do have an attachment you can attach to the back here to tilt whichever way you want, but I'm old school with that. I still use the stick, but it's a nice feature that they added. Of course, you can use a backpack, but when you're not, I just zip it right around my waist, tuck the strap into the back. You can fit a good amount of cameras that way. All right, hey everybody, Pat Guy out with Hunt Suburbia here. I'm gonna go through some of my favorite features in the Moultrie mobile app for your Moultrie cell cameras, and I'm gonna screen record here so that I can show you guys the settings that I use. But before I do that, I've been using these cameras now for 3 months, and I've been running tests on them. I have, when I'm not using cell cams, I use some non-cell cams, and I like the MyDays ones from Amazon. They have a really great trigger. They haven't missed anything. If something's walking in front of that camera, the camera picks it up. So I've done a couple of tests where I put the MyDays cameras on top of or below the Moultrie cameras, and the Moultrie cameras aren't missing anything either. They have an incredibly fast trigger, which I love about it. Everything that's walking by in front of those cameras, the Moultrie is capturing it. So that's number one that I really like about those cams. I'm running the Edge 2 Pros, and they've been great. I've got 20 of them out in the field. I just got 2 out from the woods. I'm going to redeploy them. They lost batteries, but they both had 2.5 months of battery life on them, and they had high activity all the time. And I like to request videos of pretty much every picture I get, even if it's a doe, especially during the rut, because there might be bucks chasing the does or following along right behind them. So on that note, we'll go into some of the features here. All right. So you see here, I'm on my main page. This is where all the pictures and videos that you get loaded into your main page on your gallery. Bottom left is where the gallery is. Bottom right, we go into devices. Now, you're going to have all your camera. Here's all my cameras that are out right now. They give you an update on everything. They tell you if there's a warning, like here on this EP4 high dub scrape. It has a health check warning. We'll click that. The device hasn't checked in since the 17th. That's one that I retrieved out of the woods a few days ago, and I haven't redeployed it yet. But it'll show you health checks. If your battery's low, like this one, EP12 Boone Scrape, I have 1% battery life left on that. That's in a place that I hunt a lot, and I walk by it and on the way into my stand. So I'll replace those batteries next time I go. This one I just got from home. It had 1% battery life left. I just got that one. I'll replace the batteries. I just got this one, EP9 Corner. I'm going to replace those batteries. This Glen Scrape one I put up in Vermont says battery life is low. Replace those soon. So I'll have somebody at camp grab those. That was one I redeployed from up here, and I didn't put new batteries into that one. Let's check this one, Jaw Spike. Batteries have died. I was just in there yesterday, but I wasn't. I didn't go buy that camera, so I didn't. But again, that's an easily accessible camera for me too. So this will tell you and keep you up to date on all of your cameras and what you might have to do. Go put new batteries in, or if the batteries are full and it hasn't checked in, a deer just hasn't walked by it. But you may want to go check on those every once in a while, walk in front of it, make sure everything's working good. So far, I've had 20 of these cameras out, and I haven't had any issues with any of them in terms of not picking me up when I walk in front of them to do a check. So let's get into some settings and what I like to run. We'll go here, this 9-point ground scrape camera. I like to change the on-demand status. That just allows you, I toggle all those on. That allows you to request a video or a photo in real time. And sometimes, because I request videos on most pictures that I get, if you requested a video and it hasn't shown up yet, like you can see right here, I requested this video, it hasn't shown up. You refresh to see it'll show you the little triangle play button if it has sent the video back. Most cameras will send that back pretty quick. You can hit refresh, 5 minutes later you'll have a video. Others, for some reason, doesn't do that right away. But if you go into that camera, which is the Glen Scrape, and you request an on-demand photo, sometimes it pushes that to send you a video back right away. So I use the on-demand feature. So we'll go back in here to the settings. We'll go down to settings again in here. This is where you can name your camera. You want to make sure you have the right battery source. If you're using alkaline batteries, select that. If you're using lithium, select that. I have my camera set to immediate frequency, so it sends it immediately. You can change it if you're worried about battery life. Changing it to every 24 hours or 12 hours will conserve more battery. I'm not so worried about that. I like to get the pictures right away. Photo and video. This is super important. I like to put all of my cameras on photo plus video because I learned so much more from getting a video. So all of my cameras are set onto photo and video mode. So it'll take a picture and then it'll send you a video. Resolution, you can do 1080p or 1440. I keep most of them on 1080p. That helps with battery life, but 1440 sends incredible videos. You'll just get a little bit less battery life on it. Video length, I have them all at 15 seconds. And then sensitivity, I go high or highest. If I have a camera that is taking pictures of the wind or a lot of squirrels and stuff, I may just drop it down a setting and see how that goes. But I'll have them always on high or highest because I don't want to miss anything. And then detection delay, I have 0 seconds. So if something's in front of that camera, it's going to take pictures the whole time. Now, this setting is important, video detection delay. That is after it takes the picture. If you have this set on 0 seconds for video detection, it's going to immediately start the video at the same time it takes the picture. So I like that. If you put it at 15 seconds, you might have a deer that triggers it and he shows up in the picture, but he's already gone 15 seconds later. So I put that on 0 seconds for the video detection delay so that it starts taking a video immediately when it takes the picture. So that's what I have all of my cameras on, those exact settings, with maybe the PIR sensitivity being a little bit adjusted based on the area. I like to put my cameras on scrapes mostly, and 15 feet off the scrape, maybe up to up to 30 feet. You know, I don't want to be any more than 10 yards off of that scrape. And the one thing, after using these cameras for 3 months, the one thing that I've seen, let's use this as an example, is the nighttime pictures. Sometimes if they're far away, like this deer here is probably 25 yards away. So you can still see him there, but if you're just using picture mode, you can't really tell what that is. So if it's a big buck, you'll be able to see it. But I always request videos so that it shows up much better in the video, and you can fast forward and you'll get the deer either coming closer to you or whatever. Just the video shows up a lot better at night than the pictures. So that's why I'm just a request fiend. I request everything. We'll watch this video here. That's just a coyote coming through. Let's go find another example here. Like the picture doesn't show much here, but when you request video and then download it to your phone, you can zoom in on it. And I'll show you guys another trick too that I like to do. Like, let's find a different example. This one. So just getting a picture of that, you wouldn't have known what that deer is. But if you have the video, he comes right into frame. It's the beautiful big 8-pointer that I'm hoping to get in there that I've seen one time. He came to 36 yards. But the picture would just be his eyeballs way back there in the fog. So pick plus video is important. And again, having your video settings on 0 seconds for the delay is important. Now, let me show you guys a trick. If the deer is far away and you only see eyeballs and you're on picture mode, which again, I don't recommend that, go to video. But if the deer is just passing through in the background and he's not approaching the camera and you just see a faint pass through, what you can do is hit share video here, save video, go to your photos in your phone if you have an iPhone, click on that video, and then I'm going to show you guys a trick that I use. I'm going to go back to where it's just eyeballs here. Okay, you can't really see what that deer is, right? Go up to edit, click adjust in the bottom here, and you can adjust the video settings. Exposure, turn that all the way up. Play with it a little bit, turn it to a good spot where you're starting to see the animal back there better. Go to highlights, not highlights, skip that. Go to shadows, turn that up. It's brightening up your photo for you. So some of those, just play with these settings a little bit. And so brightness is a big one. You can go brighter. And now hit done up here. And now you've altered your video. And sometimes I just go like this. If, you can tell it's got a big rack now. See that? Where you wouldn't have been able to tell before. But you can go into your phone settings and play with those. If you've got just the faint blur, of a deer walking by and you want to see if it has antlers, you can play with your settings in your iPhone and alter the video. And that's helped me numerous times show that there's a nice big buck, where otherwise you wouldn't have been able to identify it. So, I mean, really, that's it. Also, let's go back here for a second. And since I request a ton of videos, you get 50 with your unlimited plan. You get 50 HD videos per month. And I run through those per camera a lot of times. And if you request a video at that point, it'll say you ran out of videos. Go to your plan options and you can purchase additional videos. You can get 50 more videos for just $1. So that's nothing in the grand scheme of things, how much money we spend on hunting. Another 50 videos for $1. So if that ever happens, go to your devices, bottom right in your app, click 9-point, whatever camera it is that you ran out of, scroll down to plan info here, hit change plan, and then right there pops up buy videos, and it'll allow you to buy 50 extra videos for $1. That only goes through the end of your current billing cycle. So most of the time I don't even use them, but getting those extra videos, whether it's I only use 3 or 4 of those 50 extras, totally worth it. It's just $1. And that's that. So that's the basic. That's what I do on my app. Those are the best settings, in my opinion, to run them on. Try to put your cameras out on scrapes. Try to put them fairly close to. That's my buddy. He just shot a deer calling me. Try to put them fairly close to the scrapes and kind of angle them at the scrapes so you get them either quartering to or quartering away from your scrapes. And I wouldn't recommend putting these cameras out in the wide open, just looking at a funnel where deer could be traveling any distance, because these cameras have picked up deer at 50 yards. In the daytime, you can see it, especially if you request videos. At nighttime, a deer going by at 50 yards, you're not going to be able to see it. It's just going to show up as a blank night picture in your app. So I like to put these on focal points, scrapes, rubs, or a real tight funnel, so that you're capturing the deer that are going in there and you're capturing them relatively close to your camera. That'll give you the best information, the best quality videos, and the best bang for your buck on the cameras. Overall, these cameras have been the best cell cameras I've ever used. Highly recommend it. Again, I'm running the Edge 2 Pros. I'm sure they'll come out with another product next year, but these Edge 2 Pros are absolutely fantastic. Can't recommend them anymore. That's it. That's a quick review, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Check out Moultrie cell cameras at moultrieproducts.com, and you'll be glad that you did. So, all right, we'll see you guys on the next one.